Professor, I got it open. Good heavens, man. Great God, we discovered the fountain of all knowledge in the entire world. You realize the importance of this moment, Smith? Do you see you bring in the untold years? I get that. Robert Williams. Actually, thank you so much. Thank you. Look, what is this? See. Yes. This is the elixir of life, sir. The elixir of life? The cure for all diseases. Wait, give it to me. Give it to me. Open at other end. This can't. But I know what this is. What is it, Buddha? The book of life. In the beginning, when man arrived on earth, the black gods depleted their spacecraft, and they walked, and they named the beasts of the sea and the animals of the land. Man and his blackness. That's good. Medicine. They discovered type. These were all black people got down. Started the music and the brain surgery back in the year 3 BC. Man, it was getting down. This is it, brother. Everybody gonna know about this. Listen, we can change the history. Civilization will be changed. Yeah, it's gonna be it. Get the bulldozers. There's nothing here. Shut up. Heavens, time for tea, eh?
All right, so with that, you can leave the lights right where they are. That's cool.
So, I'll be cool.
So that's
Thank you for that. Thank you. As far as homosexuality goes, we have
that's the next one. That's Umar Johnson. May not get to that, but hey. All right. Now, okay, so what happens is he uncovers the book of coming forth by day, per M. Heru. This is what that was takeoff of. And he starts to wake up, okay? And what he's showing is what's happened to African people in this country, our history and culture have been stolen from. Now, Dr. Wayne Nobles talks about famous African-centered psychologists, African-American psychologists out of California. Power is the ability to define and shape reality and have other people accept your definition of reality as if it were their own. Power comes from the Latin word potere, meaning to create. Okay, if you watch the documentary Hidden Colors, Dr. Booker T. Coleman talks about that in there as well. He's one of my teachers, got me up Dr. Booker T. Had him on my show 10 times. Dr. Francis Cress Wilson, Dr. Billy Poole, and two other great scholars. They always talk about how if you don't understand European white supremacy, what it is and how it works, everything else will totally confuse you. Everything else is to understand. I say everything else is totally confused. The reason why I put this together, and I'm going to flash forward to this, I did an essay dealing with the origins of racism. Because when we have these conversations on these talk shows, CNN, MSNBC, things like that, they have Jesse Jackson, Reverend Al Sharpton, Dr. Michael Eric Dyson. They never, ever define historically what racism is. So it becomes misconstrued. People think it's bigotry, hate people, things like that. So quickly, the term race first started being used back in the 16th century as a Portuguese term. If you read Powernomics, page 6 through 7, Dr. Paul Anderson breaks this down. And it's a power structure, okay? And it occurs when one race controls the majority of the wealth and power and uses that to marginalize, do harm, and subjugate another race of people, okay? In America, Europeans control about 87% of the wealth. African Americans control less than 1.5%. If you read Dr. Paul Anderson, works, he'll tell you that. He was just here Thursday before last at the Roberts River Rock Hotel. The Michigan Black Chamber of Commerce brought him in. I went to go see him and talk to him, and he will be on my show soon. So it's important for us to understand what racism is, how it works, okay? Who is this right here? Okay, see, this is a group I like, because when I did this presentation at the, no offense, at the Charles H. Wright Museum of African American History during the African World Festival, somebody said that was Coleman Alexander Young. So I said, you listen that much, okay? But you know, you have a Negro in office, it will make you listen. But anyway, okay, so with this here, usually at this point, I show a clip of Morgan Freeman, 2006, on 60 Minutes. Okay, how many saw the interview he did, well, the interview Mike Wallace did with Morgan Freeman, where Morgan Freeman talks about Black History Month and how ridiculous it is and how he doesn't want Black History Month. Anybody see that? Yeah. Okay, my presentation, you saw it. Okay, good. Having problems, I can't play it. So, but what he talked about in here briefly is that he said Black History Month was ridiculous. He asked when is White History Month. He asked Mike Wallace when is White History Month. Mike Wallace said, well, I'm Jewish. He said, okay, when is Jewish History Month? Okay? And he said, we don't have one. He said, do you want one? He said, no. Okay? I'm going to go through, when I do this presentation, I go through and break down, refute everything that's in that nonsense. He also said, if we want to get rid of racism, we need to stop talking about it. All right, now, this is ridiculous. Okay? I may have that clip on my YouTube channel. But, quickly, number one, Jewish American History Month started in 2006, the same year that that interview took place. It's celebrated in May. How many people ever heard of Jewish American History Month? National Hispanic History Month, September 15th, October 15th. Irish American History Month, celebrated in July. Haitian Heritage Month, celebrated in May. Native American History Month, I forgot the exact month for that. Hispanic Heritage Month, September 15th, October 15th. Hispanics have two monthly cultural celebrations. German American, Polish American Heritage Month is in October. You can check out this website, BrownieLots.com. These are just a few of the cultural celebrations. There are a lot more. This is all I can fit on. Check out BrownieLots.com and go to Answers.com. Now, what happened was, briefly, 1926, Dr. Carter G. Woodson starts Negro History Week. Okay? And I did a presentation called Should African Americans Celebrate Black History Month? I did it for some kids at Woodmont Academy, kindergarten through 8th grade. So I took some information from that. But he realized, he was an educator, and he realized we didn't know our history. Not only did the children not know it, but the adults didn't know it also. So he created Negro History Week in 1926. Contrary to popular belief, it was not created, it was not in February because it's the coldest month of the year, or the shortest month of the year. Had nothing to do with that. He chose the second week in February because it contains the birth date of Abraham Lincoln and Frederick Douglass. Okay, that's why it's in February. And he did not ask permission from Europeans if we could celebrate it also. He employed the sixth principle of the Gudu Saba, Kwanzaa, Kujitabilia, self-determination, and realized this is something we have to do for ourselves. 1976 was expanded to a one-month cultural celebration, Black History Month. Okay? Once again, we didn't ask permission. It was in 1976 that the U.S. government officially recognized it as a monthly celebration. And if you go online and Google that, and Google Gerald Ford Black History Month speech, you come up with the speech that Gerald Ford delivered in 1976. Other ethnic groups saw what we did and said we want our cultural celebration also. Because, huh?
No, I said, you're right.
Okay, okay. So when you do the research on these, because I researched all these and ones that aren't listed, they all have their start after 1976. Okay, so based on what we did, say we want one too, these are all recognized by the U.S. government, by Congress, some, and Barack Obama on some of these made an address also. When you research these on Brownie Lots, they have links to external websites where you can do more research on this. All right, so what happens is because we don't understand who we are, and we hate who we are and love who we can't be, we've been taught to hate our own celebrations, where other people copy them, we run away from them. Okay, so this is what's going on. All right, the pyramid principle, Dr. Lyndon Jeffries. The basis of the pyramid, African history and culture. That forms your foundation, okay? Your culture influences everything from your tradition, spiritual systems, art, music, dance, folklore, mythology, things of that nature. And it's that cultural immune system that protects you from invaders coming in, all right? It influences the two sides of the pyramid, economic empowerment and political empowerment. All right, I'm gonna fast forward to this. I'm gonna wrap up in a minute, Quadro, okay? Weird.
Next room.
Okay, I'm rapping for 2 minutes. Okay. Let's grab for this. Okay, when we go through, I go through movies also. We start with 1915, Birth of a Nation. I spent a lot of time with that movie, Birth of a Nation. Why? That was the first movie of its type. It was 3 hours long, $100,000 to make it, and all the stereotypes coming out of 1829 up until then were shown in that movie. This was a silent movie. It was shown all across the country and outside of the country. It caused race riots in the street, and all the stereotypes of the Mannings, the Coons, the Pickaninnies, things like that were shown in this movie. And it showed all the hatred that the South had for losing the war. Okay? It takes place pre-Civil War, Civil War, Reconstruction era. And it deals with a group of Negro soldiers, Union soldiers, who come into a white town and take it over and push over on the white people. Okay? It's based upon a book by Thomas Dixon called The Klansman. And at the end of the movie, the heroes of the movie are the Ku Klux Klan, who rise up to put down the Africans rebelling and to reinstitute white supremacy, okay? And to save white women from being raped by black men, because this is shown in the movie. And also, the majority of the major African-American roles in the movie were played by white people in blackface. Okay, so I deal with a lot of that in the movie. Okay, I'm wrapping up. 1 more minute, Father, okay? 1 minute. Okay, wrapping up. All right, now, something else I deal with in here, and I have all this on the DVDs in the back. It's 9 hours, so it'll take a lot of research to do all this. Quickly, I deal with the movie The Princess and the Frog. Not only do I deal with the help, okay, but I deal with this movie The Princess and the Frog. This is one of the most destructive movies we can ever show our children. All right, why? I'm going to run through this quickly here. Number one, the father dies early in the movie and leaves the mother and daughter to fend for themselves. Okay, no other African-American male family member steps up to protect them, to help them, to support them. Tiana, who's the princess, wants to open a restaurant but can't find any other young man her age that shares or will help her with her dreams. All of her friends just want to party and have fun. Now, this doesn't take place in 2012. This takes place in the jazz era, 1930s, 1940s, back when we had high marriage rates. Okay? But this is being shown to our youth. Which African-American male character had the most screen time in this movie? Can anybody tell me who saw it? No. Okay, it was the voodoo priest, the witch doctor, a black man demonized as a voodoo priest. We've all been taught through the media, the television, that voodoo is evil. Okay? Now, the African man is depicted as her enemy in the movie. He's trying to destroy her. This is the most significant African-American male character in the movie. He's trying to destroy her. And finally, she finds happiness with a man who doesn't look like her. All her dreams come true. She becomes a princess. She gets a restaurant, everything, with a man who doesn't look like her. Okay? So you're taught that you can't trust a black man. He's your enemy, and you can find happiness with this European, Eurasian guy right here. This is all in the movie that we took our daughter to. All right? Also, quickly, I talked to James Morton this morning. He has a new documentary, Good One, which is Tales Myths about African Americans. He breaks down how you have more African American men in college than in prison. 824,340 in prison, 1.4 million in college. This comes from Bureau of Justice Statistics, prison population. You can check it out. Okay, I'm gonna wrap it up here because you can come see me. You can't see these great scholars here. You can come see me in the back. I have a lot more information in here. What happens when no fathers in the home, video clips. I deal with the media like are our daughters imitating reality TV stars. I deal with things like this here. And there was a movie June 2012, Abraham Lincoln Vampire Hunter. How many people heard about that? Okay, you had this biracial actress, Jacqueline Clemens, playing the part of Harriet Tubman. I'm not making this up. This is her. Now you have a biopic going to be made by Nina Simone. They're talking about having a Dominican and Puerto Rican actress, Zoe Saldana, to play Nina Simone. Mary J. Blige was going to play her. She's out. And now they're looking at this her right here. So there's a lot more I deal with this in here. I'm going to turn it over to them. Thanks for your time. You see me in the back if you have any questions. And we have, who support us, that helps us to pay the bills, stay on the air, things like that. It takes a lot of time and research and resources to do what we do. All right? Oh, see, I'm so wrapped up in this. I forgot. Okay, the $15 a piece. You buy both of them, you get them both for 25. We also have cartoons for the kids, Afro Man and the Protectors of the Book and Knowledge. We have to get this to our children when they're young. So they're very entertaining, but also teach them about their history as well. All right, so come see us in the back. We take debit cards, credit cards. Don't worry about prices. Put together an educational stimulus package for you. Put together a package deal for you. No problem.
Okay, it's my pleasure to introduce one of our guest speakers this evening, Dr. Richard King, who is one of our members of our family here in the church, often at this of Los Angeles